Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we're going to be talking NFL DFS Week 1 preseason, baby. If you know anything about the DFS Sweatshop, you know that we started in NFL, man, and this is NBA, made a living there, doing our thing at MLB. But we love when this time of the year rolls around and we get to talk some NFL DFS, really chop it up. This is going to be an overall tutorial. First, let's go ahead and highlight the homie Gundacker. I follow him on Twitter. Highlight his tweet because I agree with this completely. It's cool that FanDuel NFL will have late swap. It'd be a lot cooler if we could swap kicker out of lineup construction totally. I am retweeting that. That is gospel. I agree. I agree with that. I fucking hate the kicker on FanDuel, which is why I play primarily on DK, but I do play a ton on FanDuel as well, man. So this is going to be a really solid NFL season. So glad that we get to start off with a little bit of in preseason. That way we get to really look at how we go about our roster constructions, develop certain base rules that we have to go by here in the sweatshop, and that is the way that we're going to be approaching it. So let's take a look. I just want you to take a look. This is going to be, I'm going to break it down to the bare minimum, give you the bare bones on this. DraftKings, here we go. You've got a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex position that can be a tight end, wide receiver, or running back, and a team defense. Okay? And the beautiful thing about this is you're going to get your first crash course in stacking, which I think is very important, baby. I think it's, if you know anything about the sweatshop, anything about me, you know how I feel about stacking. And stacking in NFL is a lot different from doing it in MLB. MLB, you're really looking toward the batting orders to stack. In basketball, you only really want to stack on the shorter slates. Therefore, you can get the most bang for your buck in terms of the team that you're playing. But in NFL, man, there's a couple of different stack combinations, ways you can come up. And I'm going to show you that because we're going to build some lineups, okay? So here's a very simple stack that a lot of people like to use. Very simple. It's very easy to do. First thing you do, quarterback you like. Let's say we like Luke McCown. He's playing against the Arizona Cardinals here for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, what I would do is I would pair him with a wide receiver. That is a stack. That is the very basic stack, a bare bone minimum stack. Luke McCown, Dez Bryant. And the reason why we do that is because if Luke McCown goes out and throws 3 touchdowns, that's a nice game for Luke. Well, how about if Dez Bryant catches 2 of them, or maybe all 3 of them? That means you're double dipping. Not only are you getting the points from the quarterback throwing the ball, you're also getting points from the wide receiver that's catching the ball, right? Now, another way to stack is to go 3-man, and this doesn't have the consistent success that you would think it would have, but it does have a lot of success, and that's if you go with a 3-man stack. Luke McCown, the running back, and the wide receiver. Now, what you would want to do is you would want to check point totals when the week starts, to really look at how, and we'll check out the point totals as well as the defense the team are playing. Because at a certain point, man, if you're playing against the Saints, a team that sucks defensively or has over the past few seasons, and you say, yo, I'm doing a 3-man stack against the Saints, a lot of times that's where you make your money. You can come out really well doing that, right? Another stack that we like to use is a running back defense stack. Because let's just say that Kevin Smith, the running back for the Dallas Cowboys, goes out and has an epic game. Let's say he rushes 25 times for 160 yards, scores a couple touchdowns, catches the ball in the backfield for a couple of plays. Well, that's probably going to tell you that the Dallas Cowboys have led this game in time of possession. That means they've had the ball virtually the whole game if we see that type of running performance from a running back. And what that means is that less possession time for the offense, for the Arizona offense, the more points the Cowboys defense is gonna get. So if you really have a stud running back that you like, or you think a running back is gonna be in a great spot, you want to play him, automatically look toward that same defense, because if he's having a great game and he's running the ball well, there's a good chance that the opposing offense won't get the chance to score on his defense, as they would if there were a lot of 3-and-outs. So those are going to be two stacks I'm going to be looking at: the quarterback pass catcher stack and the running back defense stack. Those are very two good stack and or correlation options I want you to use and employ throughout the season. Okay, now let's take a look at these games individually. Now, when it comes to preseason, man, the first thing I'm gonna tell you is play light, bro. I don't want you to go too ham. I don't want you to invest a ton of bread. I want you to just grab a hold to the basic concepts in terms of NFL DFS and what you can do. Okay, and what we want to be aware of is the fact that, number one, Dak Prescott is 5.5, just like Luke McCown is 5.5 for a reason. It's because Dak Prescott probably will play one series in this game. Um, Ezekiel Elliott is not going to play in this game. So the guys backing him up, you're going to want to grab minutes from them. You're not going to see a big running game from Alfred Morris, from Darren McFadden. This is the preseason, bro. You're going to see some of these guys tote the rock some Kevin Smith, Ronnie Him, and those guys, right? Wide receivers. You're not going to see Des Bryant for more than a series or two. You're not going to see a ton of Cole Beasley and Terrence Williams. You're not going to see all of that. What you want to look for players that are still trying to make the team, players that are just newly drafted, new to the league, guys that may have come up from the CFL, things like that. Those are the guys you want to target the very first week of CFL. It was a couple of years ago, one of the homies from Charleston, man, I think Corey Green, I think his name was. He went ham, caught all kind of touchdowns, and he's not in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? But he got right in the preseason, and there's going to be guys like that. So what you need to do is find those guys, and I'm going to help you with that, of course. We're looking at, you can pretty much throw defense out of the window, grab any defense that you think is going to be a decent spot. You can kind of ignore the point totals too, because that's not going to be a really great way to looking at the spreads. That is, now the total points, you want to pay attention to those, because the more games we get on a preseason ticket, the more we want to pay attention to the actual point totals and kind of play guys that are inside of those point totals. Okay, so just the way we want to approach this, we don't want to play. Cam Newton. He's not going to play a lot. You see what I'm saying? We want to grab some of the younger guys. We want to get Tom Savage in there. We want to get maybe some Joe Webb for the Panthers. Is going to be a guy who's going to be very popular. A lot of Joe Webb. Now we've got a rookie running back for the Panthers, the homie McCaffrey. Now, I think he can get some solid playing time in a preseason game. I mean, not a ton. They're not gonna work him like a dog, but I think he can get some solid carries in this spot. Okay, see that right there? That's gonna be a stack for you. Webb, McCaffrey, and maybe grabbing a wide receiver in this spot. One of the younger guys here. So that's gonna be the way you want to approach NFL DFS in terms of the preseason. As we move on week to week, we're gonna ramp it up more and more. You're gonna see where the leash is going to be a little bit longer, and they're going to leave guys out on the field a little bit longer week by week. But this week one, man, do not hang your hat on the signature names. You want to play guys that are new to the league, guys that are trying to still make the team, right? And Our Lads is a really solid spot that you can go to take a look at the actual depth charts and see who's on the verge, who's on the bubble, who needs to perform well in order to make the team. Our Lads, very solid spot to go and get that information. We've got, Cardinals here. You've got the Panthers that we can take a look at. It's very solid shit, man. And looking at this right now, you see the Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey, the rookie. He is second on the depth chart behind Jonathan Stewart. We're probably not going to see much Jonathan Stewart on the first game. You're probably not going to see much. Cameron Artis-Payne, Jalen Simmons. These guys are going to be trying to make the team. We know McCaffrey is already locked in. These guys are going to be trying to make the team. These guys you want to take a look at. Okay? You got Devin Funchess. He can get some solid playing time in here. Fred Ross, the rookie. You look at this. So these are the guys that you're going to want to play. especially in the first week. Now, as we continue throughout the preseason, we're going to ramp it up, as I've said, and we're going to make those determinations for you and help you out. So this has been, of course, your DFS Jerusalem, getting you ready for your first week of of NFL DFS. I want to thank you so much for all your support of the sweatshop. Let's go in, man, and always keep it 300. Peace. Y'all hold it down. Much love to you, man. We out.